I'm sorry. Did this goofy motherfucker say what I think he said?
The Three-Fifths Compromise is not a pro-discrimination compromise.
Maybe I didn't hear that right. One more time.
The Three-Fifths Compromise is not a pro-discrimination compromise.
Are you talking about the same Three-Fifths Compromise where they said that slaves, black people, would only count for 3/5 of a human being? You know, 3 is less than 5. That's the discriminatory part. It's literally the definition of discrimination. Maybe I'm not understanding this new math. So continue, please.
It was not a pro-discrimination or a slave-driving compromise.
I just want to make sure. You're talking about the Three-Fifths Compromise where they said in order for the South that had a shit ton of slaves, in order for them to get better representation than the North that also had slaves, they had to count their slaves in the South, which they had a shit ton of, as 3/5 of human beings. And not only did they count them as 3/5 of human beings, the slaves, they said those same slaves wouldn't get any representation. They had no rights. You're talking about that Three-Fifths Compromise that you just said wasn't discrimination and wasn't slave driven. Maybe I'm missing something here. Explain some more, please.
Don't buy into the DEI radical revisionist history that is happening in today's culture. Know your history. Go back and study the documents. Read them for yourself like I have.
Somebody lying. Either you lying about studying history or you lying about understanding the history.
The Three-Fifths Compromise and many other things like that were designed to make sure that justice was equal for all people and equality really meant equality for all.
Now, I'm not a history buff like this guy.
Justice
but
was equal.
If I looked hard enough, I'm pretty sure I could find a handful of black people that may disagree about the history of this country and the treatment of black people, especially slaves, being equal, fair, and just. If I looked hard enough, I know I got to do some deep digging. I don't know where I'm going to find it. You know what this gives me vibes of? Is when they tried to rename slavery involuntary relocation. This is Indiana Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith, who is doing a really shitty Seth MacFarlane impression. This is what happens when you allow racists to get comfortable in their racism. They just say their racism more comfortably and calmly. Since they are trying to change everything about the history of this country that makes them look like the monsters that they are, let me just break this down for the kiddies so you understand it in regular terms. Here are 5 apples. Those 5 apples are worth more than 3 apples. Here's a Klan robe. See, that's only 3/5 of a Klan robe. That's a whole Klan robe. Here's 3/5 a pile of shit. Here's a whole pile of shit. Class dismissed.